Is this a trolly move? Is this a trolly move, mate? Speaking of trolls, is this a trolly move just to go like, ha? I mean, potential deny. If this forces out a deny, it would be so funny. Or a no. Oh, you know what? You know what? I will take forcing out a deny for that. Hello everyone, Gomez here for the LAN Up channel again with another little weird crazy deck for you while we wait for the new cards and while we wait for the new set and whatnot. So this one was actually just a little fun creation, but actually ended up doing quite well. It's called the School of Creation. So like I said, this deck is called the School of Creation, and weirdly enough, it did a little bit like, there's certain bits in it which are counterintuitive, but it works depending on which way you go with this deck. Because basically, so we're actually running 2 Zoes, we're running 2 Victors, and we're running 2 Jinxes. Now, admittedly, I'm not gonna lie to you, I think that maybe I'm just giving you the deck as it was when I streamed this, because all the games you're gonna see were from stream. It was just a random whim of a deck that I made, and actually, as I said, it ended up doing quite well. So the purpose of this deck is that we are running University of Pilover because it's a really funny card and I wanted to make another deck for it, and because it is going to be discarding things, that's the reason why Jinx is in here, but also it's going to be creating things, and that's why Viktor's in here. But also Zoe is a really good, Zoe is a really good creation card, so like early game creation card. And not only that, if she levels up, just anything that the university's then giving you has got that additional value if there's keywords within them. So the idea of this deck is we've got a lot of cards which have to do with creation to help Viktor. So we've got like a Poro Cannon for creation, we've got Zoe for creation, Ballistic Bolt for creation, Mountain Goat for creation. Jinx technically creates once she gets that what's her face up? Oh, sorry, the Death Rocket. The Fangs is a creation card. We've got like a star shaping for a bit of heals, but also creation. So once Viktor levels, the ability of making all those things cost 1 less. He also makes all things that the university then creates. If Viktor's leveled up on the board, he's making them cost 1 less as well. And so that's where the synergy comes in here. And also this means that Jinx's rocket becomes 0 cost as well. So obviously the main kind of counterintuitive thing is that because we've got so many creation cards that are putting more cards in your hand, it's less so working with Jinx. But funnily enough, there was actually some games where Jinx, we didn't find the other components we need, but we found Jinx, and the ability to level her up and then get her through is actually what won us games. So it's a really weird thing. Like, if I was gonna say like what changes I'd make to this deck, I might cut down 1 Jinx to add 1 more Viktor or 1 more Zoe. But other than that, definitely probably more Viktor because there's more creation in there than there is things with Zoe. But it's a really funny deck, and the games that you were going to see that happened on stream, some of them were insane and just didn't like, it didn't look like this was going to work, but it still did. And that is what makes this deck so good. If you do have any questions, there's a draw in there as well. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below, because I'd love to get back to you. But honestly, this deck is actually a lot better than it initially looks to the eye. So let me know what you think down in the comments down below. As well as that, shameless plug time, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. As I said, the games that you're going to be seeing with this deck were streamed. So you want to come catch the action live. I stream on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. As well as the fact there is a Discord link down below. If you want to join the Discord, we had a games night the other night. So we have a monthly games night and a monthly movie night. So you want to get involved with that. That is just like, you know, up to you. It's a really good like a community building thing. I love talking to you guys and like seeing what you've got, your thoughts and opinions. That's what the Discord as well as obviously the comments down below. But if you run this deck, let me know how it goes. If you make any changes to this deck, let me know what you would change. But let's just get in and see how this deck did in a couple of matchups. I'm talking bollocks, but I know what I mean. Okay, so we're against Twisted Fate. We're against Twisted Fate of Phelios. Do I want to keep this? I might end up getting rid of... I'm gonna get rid of stress testing for the time being. I know that I could technically use Urchin, but I kind of turn 1 Zoe, never punished. Okay, so Skybane like conjures up so many images in my head. My university conjures up so many images in my head of just like Bane from Batman skydiving. I'm Bane, yes! I can't do the voice. That's not, I can't. I'm not even going to attempt to do the Bane voice. We immediately go forward. We immediately go forward. We could have developed more, but I'm winning. So what I want to do we attempt to find? There's Moon Man. So Moon Man's out. So expect Calibra or expect Boctopus is what I'm trying to say. So if Boctopus is coming out, do I try to find Moon Glow? Do we try to find Moon Glow right now? I mean, sometimes you go for the moves and they whiff, but we can still use you. You might be able to save my life yet, Crescent Strike. Okay, I'm gonna throw that out. I mean, obviously they could throw down Twisted Fate next turn. There's always the option for Twisted Fate dropping next turn, but you know, you give yourself the options and you hope. You give yourself the options and you hope. There we go. So Boxtopus, expect 8 Punch Pablo.
There's always fight in
8 Punch Pablo. No fight for you today, Pablo. Good day, sir. I said good day, Pablo. I said good day. Okay, so hopefully there's not fighting 8 Punch Pablo today. So 8 Punch Pablo has been neutralized.
Night flowers.
Neutralized. I can't do the Captain Price neutralized. Threat neutral. I don't know why I'm still trying to do it. I'm actually going to at least do this. I need to. So she's halfway there. Living on a prayer, take my hand, we'll make it I swear. I mean, technically, he's already done what he needed to. I'm going to convince myself that he's already done what he needed to. Okay, I'll take the damage. You think I can't take a measly 2 damage? Pshaw! Okay, so I've got to use enough, so 1 mana, 2 mana, 3, or 4. So then that gets me, to, right, so let's think. Think, Gomez. Think. I mean, I immediately go forward just in case he's got. Because wait, what did he go into from Calibrum? He went into Graviton, so I mean, potential Hush, potential Twisted Fate. So there's potential Hush and there's potential Twisted Fate. I'm gonna do that move because obviously I can go into a like if they've got Twisted Fate, I can go into a Power Cascade. Ah, red card! Ah, I expected you, Hatman! You think I don't expect a Hatman on this side of town? So, on the plus side, we should be able to level her. On the plus side, we should be able to level her. If I get rid of the goat, if I get rid of the goat and play one of these mighty polos, then elusiveness all round, drinks all round. So we go. If only you actually granted my Nexus elusive. Haha! It can only be hit by other elusives. Or direct spell damage. Okay, so might as well see what's behind door number 1. I mean, we're helping Viktor out at least here. Like, Viktor's nearly there, so let's see what's behind door number 1. We could even find Viktor or Jinx. I mean, we got the university. We've got the university. I've got everything I need right here. Right, let's face it. 8 Punch Pablo is going to be coming for me. I'm gonna take Written in the Stars. I might end up regretting that fact, but I'm gonna take Written in the Stars. Let's face it. 8 Punch Pablo is coming. Ah, more elusive. Excuse me. Do you have time to talk about the validity of elusiveness? Okay. So they're gonna be throwing down. So the last one that we know that they're definitely going to be using is Graviton. So there's so many different ways they can use Graviton against me right now. I'm actually going to go with... Wait, how close is Twisted? Twisted years away. Like, I mean, I could throw down the university. I'm not going to throw down the university as much as every point of my body and soul. As much of every point of my body and soul wants to play the university right now. Okay, Viktor. Viktor levels if we throw down. So Viktor uses Hex Core to level. All of these poros now become what, like 0 cost. I mean, we could use the university. Why did I not use the university in any of this case? He is not. I mean, as my opponent just left. My opponent is playing one of the most legitimate meta decks, and there's me screwing around with this silly concoction. There's me screwing around with this silly concoction, and actually doing very well with it. How did this become a thing? I mean, that's. I mean, you knew that it was going to be a good game the second the 8-punch Pablo came out, and you were like, nah, none of that 8-punch Pablo, none of that. Ooh, the healing deck. Start panicking. Okay. That's not actually a bad, apart from, I'll get rid of Rummage for the time being, but that's not actually a bad starting hand, you know. Not a meta deck! How dare you? I know, right? How dare I play non-meta? It's the only thing I've done for ages. How dare I continue to do such things? Okay. It's perfectly fine. So, see, the thing of it is that I didn't actually realize that Zoe's level up is Grant the Nexus. So obviously, because I said that Lissandra was the first champion to actually affect the Nexus. I did not actually realize that Zoe affects the Nexus, but she doesn't actually give those keywords to the Nexus. She just makes it so that for the rest of the game, it just means that like anything that you summon. So it's basically just it's to add that in as a for the rest of the game it doesn't matter. Whereas obviously Lissandra's one makes the Nexus tough, and the implications of making the Nexus tough are hilarious. The fact that shroom damage goes down, anything that does 1 damage to the Nexus, Leviathan becomes useless. Like in terms of like for the Nexus damage, warning shot becomes useless. Riptide Rex, if he were to hit the Nexus, becomes useless. Anything with 1 attack stat becomes useless. Like for example, Zoe would be useless in her first form if the Nexus goes tough. It's like so many ridiculous things and yet also amazing at the same time. Okay, potential hush mechanic on Zoe. But I'm willing to take the risk. We're at that mana stage now where they could legitimately... Oh, they don't do it. Good. So... I actually want to... Let's go into this. Potentially we go elusive on them. They don't really have much elusive in that deck, or elusive cover. So part of me was thinking about playing Serpent, so I'm signing on there, but I honestly feel like they don't really have a lot of elusive cover, so I might as well throw that out. But admittedly, like, so I'm thinking, am I ever gonna get my hand empty? Potentially Viktor is my better move here, or actually just even throw the Trickster out at this moment in time.
Where does your path lead, Ely? Wherever it goes.
I'm gonna throw Viktor out. I'm gonna see what his Hex Core upgrade's gonna give me.
You leave me
the fact that the gem actually counts like twice on Viktor as well because of his augment.
Take heart.
So I shall accept this damage. This damage is really meaningless to me. Give Viktor elusive. Give Viktor elusive. Yo, what's up? What's up, my friend? Scandalf the Blind, how are you doing? Hope all is well with you. I gave him quick attack. Okay. Fair enough then. So it looks like I'm going massively elusive in on my opponent here. Because that seems like the right plan. How close are we on this, by the way? Oh, we're halfway there. Whoa, living on pressure. I listen. So I guess at this point, I might as well see it. So I could have thrown the ballistic bot out. Because throwing the ballistic bot out would have just meant that, you know, I would have had like more things that are getting augmented right now. Okay, so tough. So they're still in astral protection range. They're still in astral protection range. They're still in potential hush range as well. Like, part of me's thinking, do I just throw Viktor forward and with a gem on top of him? Because the gem will make him go up to Film Sheep. But then I kind of want to have the Pale Cascade as an option as well. I definitely feel like I'm going to end up regretting the decisions that I'm making here. But if I have learned anything, it's that I live to regret most of the decisions that I make. So why should I make this any different? So, potential hush. Ooh! I was expecting the hush. They got 2 hushes. They could have 2 hushes. I mean, I just use a Power Cascade on that. I mean, that still doesn't kill Viktor. I mean, it means that I can't kill you, but you can't kill me. I'm surprised you didn't use it over here, if I'm gonna be honest with you, healing deck. But, okay? Question mark? I guess we just, because it's not like, I'd understand that if you were gonna be able to kill Viktor. Did they think it was the old Power Cascade, where the old Power Cascade used to give you, what was it? Like, the old Power Cascade used to give you, +2 attack, didn't it? It was +2/1. So the only thing I can think of is that they thought that was what the situation was. Targon's Peak won't be a meta way of using it, but it'd be a funny way. Definitely, Spectral Matron is probably going to be like one of the best ways of using it. Okay, part of me's thinking, do I just throw Ballistic Bolt at this moment in time? How close are we here? So I said, like, you know, we got. I'm gonna go with the playing this. How close are we? I mean, I'm just gonna leave this. I can take that damage. My health can take that. It's perfectly fine. So, I mean, give elusive. Give Viktor elusive. They've already used one of their hushes. I can potentially actually just level. I could level Zoe. I think maybe. Okay, so he's got life. Still. So all the health that I have taken is already meaningless. But he's knee out. Pablo's been down, but his knee out is now out. Part was thinking, do I just throw Jinx out at this moment in time, just to be like, oh well, you know what? I could top deck some rummage or something, right? Okay, so that's fine. Like, they are still, in the grand scheme of things, years away. So that's okay. I mean, they're not even halfway to this, so that's fine. Portal cannon. I mean, if anything, I'm just giving myself more things which are gonna be okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. We genius in action. So we can give everyone elusive. Like, if we level Zoe, we can use Portal Cannon and give everyone elusive on this field of play anyway. So it would require them having to hush everyone. And the question is, can they hush everyone? Because I don't think that they can. That is just a crazy man's faults. Okay, so if we get one of these poros, I mean, I could just give everyone lifesteal as well. The secret lifesteal plan. You know what? What we're gonna do is we're gonna give everyone lifesteal. We're gonna give everyone lifesteal, and then what we're gonna do, because technically Viktor is now leveled, meaning that he's making everything cost 1 less. So technically, what that means is that by doing this, these poros cost nothing. So therefore, the ability to grant elusive across the board. I should have probably done that first, so I would have had the better attack stat off of the Fang. So I would have put like the Fang on top. So definitely should have done that in a different order. But I shall take the order of things the way that they have done for now. You need more hushes than that. You're gonna need more hushes than that. Okay, so we immediately go forward because yeah, you're gonna need a bit more hush than that. There it is. Yeah, no, I definitely should have done it in a different order, but we got there in the end. That's the main thing. The comedy of it is that we haven't even got to see like the University or Jinx really hitting it off. It's been more Zoe and Viktor. You can definitely probably remove them both and make a really better like, you know, Zoe Viktor deck, but I decided I wanted to like, I mean, I'm gonna keep it. This time I'm going to keep it. I'm gonna end up regretting keeping it, aren't I? They're gonna have immediate turn 1 Zoe, aren't they? They're gonna have immediate turn 1 Zoe. I could keep getting excited with Jerry Rig to get rid of Moon Man. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk it for a biscuit and see what we get. Blue Shroom, how you doing, my friend? So, for your text, right, please. It is Exodia Obliterate. I mean, you've got no idea how many times. I mean, you know my channel. You probably do. You probably do have an idea of how many times I'm gonna shout Exodia Obliterate whenever I use the Watcher and the Watcher actually obliterates my opponent's deck. Like, literally every single time. Exodia Obliterate! I mean, I used to do it whenever I played Malachi, so it can be expected that it's going to happen again with the Watcher, right? So... Okay. At this point, it's like Sonic. I mean, it's going to start helping Viktor with the cards that we're creating here. Might as well go forward. Part of me's thinking, I mean, I might as well get rid of one of the universities because two universities don't work. One university works, 2 universities do not work. I feel like we're just gonna, I'm actually just gonna go full on aggressive right now. We go aggressive. Aggressive? Aggressive. We go aggressive. I was trying to be French and it went terribly wrong. Okay, so. Got an okay. I'm just like, you know, like you just know turn 5. Turn 5, we're playing the University. The idea of this deck is supposed to be level Viktor, and the things that the University creates actually cost 1 less. That's what I was going with. That's what I was going with, and don't worry, it's gonna be perfectly fine. I shall do my best to catch up. When you get I mean, I thought that I'd lost a Poro then, because one of my Poros wasn't there, but it got tucked behind the other stress testing. When you get rid of stress testing to immediately get another stress testing, which then means that when this gets discarded, I'm going to draw another card. It's the simple things in life. The simple things. So, I could throw this Poro up, but now I'm thinking if I can level, that becomes something which makes everyone elusive. So, I'd rather take this. Potential Equinox to be able to throw on top of one of these dragon. One of these eyes of the dragon. I like the idea of that. Obviously, no! She doesn't deserve to go out like this! She doesn't deserve to go out like this! Okay, I can take the 1 damage. She deserved better! As much as me wants to play Viktor, I mean, it's one of those things, isn't it, where it's like now or never. I mean, I'm not going to play the University immediately next turn. I'm not going to play the University immediately next turn. I shall wait to play the University because I feel that it's better playing some of these cards that are in my hand. It's definitely better playing them. Ooh! Okay, at least I forced out a Nopify. I'm positive there's that I forced out a Nopify. I'm going to burn Rummage. I'm going to throw University out. So I'm going to, next turn, Viktor with Hex Core. So yeah, next turn's going to be Viktor with Hex Core, and then we'll, we'll just let the University go insane. That's gonna be the plan. That's gonna be the plan, but we shall see how it goes. Okay, so we've got you guys down. So expect Moon Man. Moon Man. Expect Moon Man. Okay. My opponent doesn't seem to mind allowing me to do this. I mean, potentially, when he does this, there could be recalls in that deck. So anything that makes me recall, like then the University then immediately removes them. I can see this happening, by the way. I can see this happening, but you know, sometimes you've got to be the person who does the bold moves. Got to be elusive Viktor. Potential Obliterate spell. Potential Obliterate spell. So I could actually just level Viktor this turn. Could level Viktor this turn, but I mean, if he's gonna... I would attack forward first. I'm gonna attack forward first to see whether or not he ends up back in my hand or not. That's what I'm gonna be. Potential Hush moves. Potential Hush moves, but there's not really much they can do that kills Viktor right now. Like in terms of like what they've got. If they do a hush move, I mean, okay, so they hush you.
Can I paint you?
So it's not exactly going to be killing him, is it? That's what I mean, like, you know, they can hush him, but it's not exactly going to be killing him, so I can live with that. Okay. So I could, you know, like you just think to yourself, but I could level Viktor. But at the same point, you think to yourself, but the university! But the university! Okay, I've just got rid of his, I should have put the university this side. It's okay though, it's fine. It's perfectly fine. Don't worry about it. Everything, although foolish mistakes were made, everything is gonna work out a-okay. There's the level up! Say goodbye to the upgrades forever! Yeah, no, I put that the wrong side. Like, if I were to put the university this side of Viktor, then it would be the university activates first, and then Viktor activates to give me his hex core. So, yeah, mistakes were made.
I didn't do nothing.
Mistakes were made. So, is this a trolly move? Is this a trolly move? I mean, speaking of trolls, is this a trolly move just to go like, ha? I mean, potential deny. If this forces out a deny, it would be so funny. Or a no. Oh, you know what? You know what? I will take forcing out a deny for that. I'll take it. At this point, I'll take that, but it was worth a go, right? It was worth a stupid go of a film sheet. But yeah, no, we need to so we've got Purify, so I can get rid of the elusive on this when it gives you everything you need. I mean, we could stop this, but they haven't really been playing enough things that have been useful to them on that front. So part of me's thinking, do I just play everything from this hand? Do I just play everything from this hand right now? Because I mean, like, you know, I haven't exactly, so I don't actually mind not doing that extra 1 point of damage in the elusive slot. So I think to myself, I could get dog. I could actually start forcing out, say, like, these things, or I could get 1 cost doggo to give myself a little bit more draw, or I could just stun things on the opponent's side of the field to give myself like better trade-offs and to stop them from getting this lifesteal unit on the board. So I can throw you down to give Viktor. So I feel like we want to replace. Do I want to replace this? The effort I went to level it. Or do we want to replace the Poro again? I'm gonna keep the elusive Poro. I like knowing that I've got something that can defend elusively. I like knowing that fact that I've got something that defends elusively. We're then gonna stun both of these two because obviously the best trades happened there, thus leaving these to deal with the shenanigans. Potential. Okay, right.
Whatever the cost.
I mean, potential Notify again, but I actually want them to try that. I need them to defend with Karma. So, what we'll do is we'll throw all of these out. It's like, okay, they're not going to defend with Karma, they're going to defend with these. But, I mean, I guess maybe I should throw this out anyway then as well. I mean, why the hell not? It might force some extra damage onto Karma, if nothing else. So, let's just do it. I could have actually thrown this guy out to get the 0 cost, the spring gifts that would have just helped yet again. Like, I mean, we probably could have won. We probably could have won the game. I've just gone with the 0 cost theory. Like, you know, victory could have been achieved if I was not stupid enough to ignore that fact. But it's absolutely fine. Let me finish this game and I will be back. I'll be back to you. Okay, genius in action. There we go. Viktor's now the right side of this, so that this is removing and we're still getting his upgrade. So it's okay. We're now on the right side of things. They have 1 health. Okay. So at this point in proceedings, I don't actually mind sacrificing both of these. But potential stuns and recalls are the only things that we need to be like very important and aware of at this moment in time. So what I need to do is right. Okay, so let's go with you. Give me a spell shield. Give me a spell shield. Okay, Scout, I mean, he definitely gets recalled or stunned. He 100% gets recalled or stunned right now. We can actually, right, so if we play, right, if we, wait, can we play all of this? If we play you, then, yeah, so if we go with this, I mean, I know that I could get, or do we go with getting the Poros in hand? So part of me's thinking I could make this elusive, but do we go with more... Do we go with a more like crazy strategy and give the Poros +1 attack? They can't block them all, right? They can't block them all, right? So potentially this is a very stupid plan of which, like, this is not the way. I mean, part of me's thinking, do I do it on this and then I can still get off the other? I can still technically make this elusive stun this so that it can't block. Like, I don't know. Like, is it too stupid? Is this too stupid, or are we just at the right level of stupidity? Sod it. I'm going to assume this is the right level of stupidity. I've convinced myself that this is the legitimate way to go. I've convinced myself that this is the way that we go here. Okay, so we throw out all the Poros. We then throw this out to stun this one, because obviously, like, it's I think. We're losing the hand anyway, so we might as well do this, because otherwise it's lost to us anyway. So we might as well go. Go. They're gonna be leveling. What's her face? But it's okay. It's okay. The plan is gonna be that we throw Viktor forward first in Scout. And then, if we need other things, but potential recalls and things to come out. But I just stuns and recalls are going to be coming at me like a crazy times. But I feel like what we got to do here. Madonna! And also, back here, I mean, we've got 3 damage in on our opponent anyway, so it's perfectly fine. We immediately go for the scout attack because we want to be forcing our opponent to have to react immediately. So with either hush or recall or just healing their core for a ridiculous amount. You're gonna need to have to heal it more than that. I've got 17 damage coming off this, Viktor. You're gonna have to heal it more than twice. You need more than that, my friend. The fact that we got to get excited as well. I mean, there we go. So I mean, that only just gets them past it. So I mean, although it pains me to do so, we get rid of Jay Madonna, because at least the comedy is that this is a free cost and this is a free cost, which means that at least this buffs the tri-beam. So we can, even though this is not expected, we can buff the tri-beam in properly, but Jay Madonna can't do that. Okay, so we're forcing down their resources again. They go down to 2. They still don't stop him. And then we go again. So do we play the back? Do we play the back alley barkeep and see what we get? Is that what we've been reduced to? Do we see? I mean, no, it's done. It's done. But honestly, GG to my opponent, Shenamo. That was one wild ride. Aggressive deck here, like, you know, discard aggro with aggressive Teemo play. You do realise that with basically all these new level up animations, we're going to be sitting through significant cinematics. It's a good job they changed that timer thing, that animations don't affect the timer anymore. Because let's face it, now we're getting to the point where literally you are going to be sitting through like cinematics as it comes to games in the middle of it, just all these level ups, especially if they get like a double. So, okay, right, imagine this, right, just out of for fun and games. Imagine if you had Renekton and whatever his name is, we had Nasus and the Birdman. Imagine you had all 3 of them on the board with a Sun Disc, and then the Sun Disc levels, therefore leveling them all up to level 3. Imagine how long that animation is gonna be to go through all three of their epic battles and things that are gonna be happening. Like, just gonna be sitting there like, okay. It's gonna be a glorious cinematic. I'm gonna love every second of it, but just imagine it for a second. Imagine what that's gonna be like. But yeah, getting ready for a reckoning. Okay. I'm just going to attack forward right now because obviously I'd rather try to proc something out as well as getting a gem to help Viktor. I mean, what they don't know is we've got the sneaky Jerry rig. No one expects sneaky Jerry. Because, I mean, admittedly, I still won't be able to kill that. But actually, I guess I would be if I use Jerry rig with Pale Cascade. If I use Jerry rig with Pale Cascade, technically I could do that. I could also throw out the Ballistic Bot as an option as well. Because I could then throw Power Cascade onto the Ballistic Bot.
Once I stab papers,
no faces! No. Oh! Okay. Okay. So, I feel like I take it and go into Power Cascade. So, yep, you grab the goat. I could have technically gemmed, but then part of me was just thinking, should I gem? Is it worth it? I mean, obviously, I'm going to be taking a lot of damage. Obviously, I'm going to be taking a lot of damage. That is, that was never in question. Oh, yeah, no, the Power Cascade gets me faster. It's fine. Yeah, I'm going to be taking a lot of damage. That was never in question. But on the plus side, I need to deal with these poros. I need to deal with that other battlecaster. But in time, I will. So Jinx is really not going to do anything for me at the moment. I could throw Viktor out, but I know that I'm going to be just like, you know, giving myself problems. I might as well like gem. I might as well like start getting this. I need to. I should technically be developing, right? I should technically be developing. I know that I've got to get excited. I mean, I could be doing a lot better against that, but it's okay. So potentially, actually, I should get excited. That guy off the field of play. I feel like I gem and then go forward. I feel like I gem and go forward because basically the only one who can deal with it is the crowd favorite in terms of if they were going to kill that. So I've got a heal move. I've got a get excited move so that I can if they tried to play Jinx or Draven. Yeah, if they tried to play Jinx or Draven, I'd have the counter to that. Okay. So I mean I sacrifice over here to kill you because I feel like you. I just feel like you need to die. We'd go down to 1. We'd go down to 1. I wish that I could burst speed more. Like, you know, I wish I had 1 extra point of mana. That's all I'm saying is that I wish that I had 1 extra point of mana. Do I want to get rid of the elusives? Because technically, so I was thinking get rid of this, or that is a created card that's helping Viktor. So if I do that, I at least let it last on that, leaving them with less options. I mean, obviously, get excited. Like they could have get excited Mystic Shot, or they could have like Decimate and things on those lines. So most likely, like a death could come for me if I'm not careful. So I feel like I'm gonna go for the trade up option. Okay, at least on the plus side, I'm out of Mystic range at the moment, but get excited. So I kind of have to keep this. As an option, which is a shame because I'd love to play Viktor on the board right now. But I kind of have to keep this as my opponent's not doing anything. I'll accept that. I'd rather keep the mana right now. Kind of have to, which it because I guess I could have immediately gone into it. I wanted to kind of like trick them into you think you got me, but technically did they just straight up play Jerry Rig? Did they just straight up play Jerry Rig when they didn't need to? That's comedy. I guess I go for the heal move right now. I could have done the heal move last turn. There was literally no reason not to do the heal move last turn. I'll take the Great Beyond in this. And potential. So what I could do is I could do that, but I feel like I'm going to need to at least play the Urchin. I could Urchin away stress testing.
What science without
I mean, ooh, that's a significant amount of damage. That's a significant amount of damage you have there, my friend. Okay, so
Anything else?
throw you out to get another Jinx and to get this. Oh, so I basically need to play Jinx. Part of me was, I mean, technically I've got another Jinx here. Like, it's like, do I have to worry about playing a Jinx? So I could technically, I feel like I'd like to have to get excited to deal with certain problems that are, certain problems which are presenting themselves. I definitely have to defend myself here.
I'm innocent.
So I would go all the way down to 3, leaving myself in get excited range. So part of me's thinking, do I wait? So what spell? Have I got any kind of spells that would legitimately save my life right now? That's the question. I don't think I've got any target spells that would legitimately save my life right now. So I mean, I could get excited. Like it might happen. And obviously that could spare me for a little bit longer. I'm gonna leave it. I'm probably gonna regret this. There we go. Okay, so now you're forcing my hand. Now you're forcing my hand where I need to try to find something here. So potentially get rid of Jinx, get rid of the Great Beyond. Oh, do I want to keep the Great Beyond? How close am I to playing it? I mean, I'm still like 2 turns away from being able to play the Great Beyond. I'm gonna get rid of you and the goat. I'm gonna try to keep this if I can. Okay, there's no Gex. Aha! But Jerry Rig! Da. Hey! Oh, I've already decided my blockers! It's meaningless! Okay, yep, no, that was bad. That was bad on my part. So, Death has come for me. Death have come for me. I'm gonna play Viktor first, but I know for a fact that my opponent has got things that can kill me, most likely. I can assume that my opponent has got things that are gonna kill me. Because I want to play this. But obviously, all it requires is it's gonna be a decimate or something, isn't it? It's gonna be a decimate. We've got life still, but you know for a fact my opponent.
Another day in the
Okay, right. This might just be baiting me. This might just be unbelievably baiting me right now. Okay, so I'm thinking to myself, what do I want to take here? Do I want to take potential? I potentially just need draw, right? So as much as he wants to take the elusive plan, see, part of me saying I've got Death Ray. I should have probably taken the thing to make something cost a little bit less. I've made my decisions. How close is Viktor to leveling up? I mean, Viktor's years away. It's fine. Okay, before we do that, it's like I feel like I need to kill the elusive. I'm thinking, but you can trade Viktor away. But okay, I'm willing to see what trades get made, and then I'll make my decisions from this point. I'm definitely not going to be happy about the situation, but I'm willing to see what trades get made. Okay, so I knew that was most likely going to happen, but I wanted to keep this to deal with this Poro. Like, admittedly, don't get me wrong, Teemo will become an issue. Teemo will become an issue, but it's an issue I'll deal with later. It's an issue I'll deal with later on down this line. Because right now, let's get ourselves some life steal. I should have taken the obliterate spell. Earlier on, I should have taken the I mean, so much elusiveness on me. Mistakes were made. Okay. On the plus side, got axes, need victims. On the plus side, can at least try to stem the mushroom damage. Okay. It's all I got. This is all I got right now. How am I still alive? Okay. I probably should not still be alive. Somehow I'm still alive right now. I'm actually gonna play that, see what I get. You know, you're thinking to yourself, but I could level her! I mean, technically, if I level her, the one damage, it's like, the one damage she could do could save my life, in terms of it could kill them. Gotta do it. I gotta do it. As much of me wants that. As much of me wants to do that. I mean, we keep going. We keep going. Because, let's face it, we're against an aggressive aggro, like discard aggro deck. Who the hell thought we would survive this long? Who the hell thought we would survive this long? I, for one, did not think I was gonna... Okay, right, so get excited. Okay. Do I take the lifesteal and then go for a get... I mean, if I take the lifesteal, go for a get excited, it's one of those things whereby I don't think I can have my cake and eat it too, because if I go for that and then use that, it leaves me a free... So I'd have to get excited. I would need this, whatever this makes me, to be very cheap. I'd need it to be very cheap. Okay, let's think to ourselves. I'm gonna end up regretting because I could just immediately get excited this.
Are you pooping?
I'm gonna end up regretting this. I'm gonna end up regretting this. Like, aha, 0 cost! That's fine! I'll take the 0 cost one. Okay.
The sunbrock got me good.
I'll take the 0 cost. Because at this point, I'm thinking to myself, reduce the cost. Reduce the cost of get excited. Reduce the cost of get excited. Yeah, if we reduce the cost of get excited to... I mean, to be fair, it doesn't actually matter what we reduce the cost of, as long as we're using get excited to, like, still remove something. Because then we just need to have 1 point of mana, right? So... if we use you... I could have technically taken the dog. So yeah, I could have technically taken the dog. There would have been nothing wrong with taking the dog. We get rid of you. We could just throw directly to core. We could just throw directly to core, but for some reason my mind is telling me remove the Draven problem. Remove the Draven problem and all will be fine. So go try and remove the Draven problem. We go with that. I mean, technically, I could have just literally, I could have just gone directly to core,
Jinx?
and probably. I mean, probably the better move would have been to go directly to core. Admittedly, they can't discard this axe, so they can't level their Jinx. And they have to trade. They have to trade because they cannot accept. They cannot accept the damage which is coming at them. And we're healing. We're healing as well. So, I mean, turnaround of the century or what? Do you remember when there was a point where it looked like we were gonna die? do you remember when there was a point, like, ages ago in this game where it massively looked like we were gonna die and it looked like it was too late for us? And everyone said, Gomez, what are you doing? It's too late for you. You might as well just roll over and die. And I was like, no. I shall not just roll over and die. And everyone was like, Gomez, you madman? I was like, I am a madman. Yes. Okay. So she still lives. She still lives. I mean, technically, I'll just throw this out. Because at this point, it's like, sod it. I might as well just throw this out because I'm then going to throw down this. But she still lives. So it still gives me the rocket. She still gives me the rocket. And that's GG. That's GG. I mean, unless you got something that can do 8 damage in that hand for 6 mana. I mean... no, not even 2 get excited. Not even 2 get excited. I mean, there you go, yeah. Finish the Jinx. I mean, how we lived. How we lived, I will never know, because that was definitely, I should have died several times. So that is the School of Creation deck. Actually, it's such a good deck. Like, it's surprising. It's actually surprising how good this deck is, and I love it just because, like, I like a deck that's got a little bit of silliness in it. Well, I mean, you should know that from what you've seen from my channel. But anyway, please let me know if you run this deck, how it goes to you. If you make any changes to this deck, let me know down in the comment section down below. As well as I already said, I stream on Twitch on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So you want to come catch the action live, please feel free to. As well as there's a Discord link down below. There's also a merch link down below as well if you want to check out some Legends of Runeterra merch that I got a graphic artist to do. I said it was really good designs. She did an amazing job. But I said, do not feel forced. Those are just options that if you want to take them, then you can do. Anyway, I can't wait to see what cards we're going to be getting getting tonight. Let's face it, like, I think it's like 17 cards tonight. It's like an insane number tonight, so I cannot wait to see what we're going to get. It's like so, this set is so amazing, so I cannot wait to see you later on today. But honestly, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope that you have a great day / evening or whatever it is. Until next time, bye.
Flash of brilliance that could save me. Save me! That doesn't save me. Okay. Is there anything from you? Save me. That doesn't save me! Okay. Get rid of this and get rid of this. Find something that can save me.